So if you watched my movie about Nationals, you know that this little fitting here was the cause of me having some problems on day 2. And that is because this hose here would pop off of this. Now you can see that I had this machined. This is in, I had them take this down so that I have a lip on there. So now when that's on there, that should be firmly clamped. So we should have no more problems there. I'm also thinking that I'm going to replace this stuff. I'm just going to weld this pipe all in one piece here. I'm going to try to do as much of that as possible. I think it'll result in some weight savings too, because I got to take some weight out of this car. Now the other thing that you know that I had a problem with was shifting. I couldn't get the car into gear like I wanted. Now this is just a Hurst street shifter, and it proved to be impossible to get the car into third gear when I needed it. So it's a new transmission, so I don't think it's the transmission's fault. I believe that it is the fault of the shifter. Now, what I did is I went and I got this. This is a long brand race shifter. This is meant for racing, and you'll see that it has really nice ends on it, and it has this slider mechanism that is just so buttery smooth that I can't believe it. Oh yeah, it's so sweet. But if you were paying attention, you see that I have a problem with this with this shifter, and that is that with this shifter, the rods are directly underneath. They come out underneath the shifter, and then they go back to the various rods on the transmission. Now look at this one here. This is the problem I'm going to have. This is my third, fourth gear. My third, fourth gear right there. If I put this shifter on here, I'm going to have to. Let's see. You see the problem? This shifter for third, fourth, like this slider for third, fourth, is going to come out like behind that rod on the transmission. There's going to be some re-engineering necessary to make this work. But if I can get it working in there, hopefully that will really improve our shifting, because it's going to be necessary to go to third gear. Although I was thinking that if I change my rear ratio from a 411 to a 370, then we could use first and second gear only on a typical Nationals course. So I'm thinking about that as well. So that is where I'm at. Those are the things I'm going to do. Over the winter I have lots of little things, like I need to take some weight out of the car, so there's some things I need to do. Like I'm going to try to remove this vacuum pump. This is the vacuum pump. No longer required, although there's an oil galley that comes out of here and goes down and back into the block, so I'm worried about it lubricating the cam, or like there being a problem if I block that off, so I have to figure that out. And the wing or the spoiler, that has to be changed too. I'm going to be changing that thing. The little thing, numerous things. Yeah, and I'll go over all that as things go along. Here you see my little X that I have here, and that is because I was doing some careful measuring of my suspension, because I was entering all the numbers into Performance Trends. That's the program that I use to build my suspension, and I just want to double check all my numbers. So when I very carefully checked everything, it turns out that I have no caster. Now, this is crazy. Okay, so if you look down from straight above, it looks like the top ball joint is an inch behind the bottom ball joint. But if you actually measure, okay, like I did, I have this straight up and down, this rod. If you actually measure, turns out that they are exactly in line with each other, and I was running around at Nationals with zero caster, none at all. So that probably contributed to some of my issues. The other thing is, when I measured my rear roll center, it was a lot higher than I thought it was too. So my mistake, did not measure well enough. But anyways, I think correcting these things is probably gonna correct a lot of the problems that the car had. I just wish I had another shot at nationals. That would have been nice. Anyways, so follow along with my videos, my upcoming videos and things that I'm doing with the car.